Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? We'll appreciate you guys clicking on the video. Pretty cool video planned for you guys today. Today we're going to check out the brand new reel from Okuma called the Hakai. Pretty slick looking reel there, but there's a few features on this reel that really stand out to me. For one, magnesium frame. Okay, so you're gonna have a super tough frame, super light frame. This reel's coming in at $169, which is a pretty big deal to have a reel that light, okay, coming in at under 200 bucks. So magnesium frame, like I said, pretty big deal there. Okay, it also has over 20 pounds of drag and an oversized main gear. So this reel is built for power fishing, whether you want to frog fish with it, pitch and flip, whatever. This reel can take a beating. But I think what's going to really separate this reel from others is the spool. Okay, it's got a super tuned flight spool developed by the Dream Tackle Design. Okay, and the point of this spool is to be able to cast lighter lures. So to have a reel like this that can handle the heavy duty tasks and also cast lighter lures is a pretty big deal. So today we're going to take it out here on the lake. I'm just going to take some measurements, set down a few 2x4s just to see what kind of distance we can get out of this reel. We're going to start with a little 3/8 ounce. That's a cycle bait underspin there, a little Exo Swim on there. Pick them up at Carl's, you guys know the deal there. I'll link them down below. Code TJ10, get you guys 10 bucks off orders, $25 or more. New members only. But like I said, we're going to start with that, a 3/8 ounce lure, okay? And I'm gonna drop down to an 1/8 ounce underspin after that. So we'll try to get some max casting distance with it, with the heavier lure, and then we'll go to the lighter lure. I am running 12-pound Seaguar Invisex on here. That is the Okuma Psycho Stick. It's a medium power, 7'2". And I gotta say too, the combo itself, man, it feels very, very nice in hand. Super lightweight, very comfortable. But like I said, guys, let's go ahead and take some measurements here, set up some boards, and see how this reel can cast. Okay, hopefully you guys can see those boards. My first board is set up at 20 yards. Next is 40 yards. Then after that, 50 yards. Hopefully, we can blow by them all. Now, I didn't pick like the most aerodynamic lure. I could have picked a swim jig or a Texas rig, but I wanted this still to be a challenge, okay? That's why we got one with a blade here, okay? Now, as far as the spool goes, I have all the side-to-side play out, so I don't have it super loose, okay? The side-to-side play is out, and there are 10 brake settings, okay? A little dial here. I'm going to put that on 10, and then we'll just see how far we can go down before we start to get an overrun or a backlash, okay? And keep in mind too, I started measuring right around that brick there. So I'm actually, I don't know, 10 feet behind that. So it's actually further than what my boards say, okay? So here we go. First cast. We'll start right up here. So we'll be about, I don't know, we're like 5-6 feet behind the line. Okay. I didn't even have to touch the spool. And I got pretty close to 40 yards, to be honest, on 10. Okay, let's do that again here. Not even touching the spool there till the end. We're very close to 40 yards. I'm gonna say probably 35 yards or so. Let's do one more, okay? And really try to get it out there. That's gotta be, I say that's right with the board there. That could be 40 yards. Again, I'm behind the line, so I'm gonna say that is 40 yards on the highest brake setting. It goes from 8 to 10 there, or 10 to 8. And here's your little indicator right there. So I have it in the middle of the two. So we'll call that 9. Here we go. Oh man, this reel's gonna be a caster, boys. That's definitely between the two. So I'm gonna say that's probably about 45 yards, easy. And don't knock me for my measurements, man. I did my best pulling out the tape measure. I'd say it's pretty dang accurate. Okay, another one on 9 here. I'd say about 45. Looks like it's between my two boards. One thing I want to point out is right from the jump, there is no overrun. You know, it's not wanting to backlash on me. I'll try to bring the reel over to the camera here during this cast. Again, on 9 here. Okay, I touched it right before it hit the water. That one's about 40 there. So from 10 to 9, we probably gained, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 yards, something like that. Not bad. And no sign of an overrun or a backlash with this weight, with the 3/8 ounce weight. Now let's bump it down to 8. Okay, it's on 8. Like Babe Ruth here, man. I'm calling my shot. Oh, I'm gonna say, again, it's hard to tell from this distance. It's easily in the middle. I'm gonna say probably 45, 46 yards. It would have been smart to put a camera down there, but I don't have another tripod. Okay, let's do another cast on 8. Man, that's even closer. I'm gonna say, yeah, 46, 47, not quite 50 yards, but pretty dang close. Yeah, I'm saying about the same. That one could have been a little bit less, but again, I can hear it kind of spooling up, which is causing me to lose distance. During all this, keep in mind the gear. Keep in mind, I'm using a blade bait here. Keep in mind, I'm using a medium power rod. We're all different, we all fish differently. But for me, a medium heavy, you know, it'll snap back faster because it's got more backbone. So I feel with a medium heavy, I'd get even more distance. Again, I didn't want to go like, you know, the easiest casting lure, the best rod for it. I kind of did like a happy medium to get an idea of what it could do, right? So with a medium power rod and a blade bait like that, breaks on 8, getting probably 45, 47 yards is pretty dang good. And like I said, not really having any line issues at all. We're gonna bump it down to 7 right now. And we may have to make an adjustment here on the tension knob. Okay, about the same. Probably low 40s. That time it didn't spool up on me though. Maybe I didn't cast it quite as hard. Let's put some muscle behind this one. That time it did spool up, it just cleared itself. And like I said, that was really slowing the spool down. I didn't barely get, I said 42, 43 yards on that one probably. It started off good. Like I said, towards the end there, it was spooling up on me. So what I'm gonna try to do now is tighten the tension knob just a hair. Now this is not a clicking tension knob. Some guys prefer the clicking. To me, it's never been a deal breaker. I feel you can fine tune them actually even better without the click, because some guys go click to click. No clicking, you can just get it exactly where you want it, okay? So we tightened it up just a little bit. See what we got here. Yep. Further, no line spooling up on us, and we dang near probably got 47, 48 yards on that one. That was the furthest cast there. Okay, we're gonna tighten the tension knob just a hair more. Okay, we're gonna leave it on 7 there, okay? There we go. They're about the same. 45, 46 yards. We haven't got that 50 yet. I might go to 6, tighten the tension knob just a hair more. And let's go to 6. Let's try to get that 50 mark. There she is. You guys can see that splash there. That's right on it. Like I said, I'm behind my mark here. That had to be 50 yards. I didn't have any overrun on that one. Yep, all day long. All day long, that's 50 yards. I mean, your average cast is probably going to be around 30 yards. Not too often you need a 50-yard cast. So this reel is more than capable of any cast you're going to need to make. What we've tied on is this little 1/8 ounce jig head there. And I put the same swim bait on there. Little Biospawn Exo Swim 1/8 ounce little swim bait head, okay? We're gonna leave the spool tension knob where it is. We're gonna put the brakes on 10. And like I said, with a lighter lure like this, I'm going to cast sidearm, okay? Hopefully, we don't hook that dang duck out there, or whatever that thing is. A little swan or goose or whatever. All right, here we go. It was about even with the swan there. Okay, just a flick of the wrist there, right past my board there at 20 yards. But you still gotta remember, it's only an 1/8 ounce head, 1/8 ounce head on a bait caster. I'm sure most of you guys know how hard it is to toss lighter lures with a casting setup. Most guys 1/4 ounce and up go to casting. Anything below that, they go to spinning. Again, 1/8 ounce head here. You know, probably 22, 23 yards, no problem there. And again, I'm behind my mark where I measured from, and we're past the board, so easily we're over 20 yards. That's brakes on 10. Let's drop it down to 9. I'm gonna say that's probably more around 30 yards because we had a board at 20, one at 40, and it's about there in the middle. So I'm gonna say about 30 yards on 9 1/8 ounce head. About the same, give or take. I'm gonna say maybe 30, 31 yards, something like that. Still right around the middle there. So we're gonna go ahead and drop it down to 8. It'd be nice to be able to get at least the 40-yard mark with an 1/8 ounce head on a casting reel. So we'll see if we can get to it. Okay, that's probably 3/4 of the way from 20 to 40. So I'm gonna say probably, yeah, maybe 35 yards, maybe, give or take. That was closer there. That could have been 38 yards. That one landed really close to the rock. I got a pretty good visual on that one. I'm saying probably 38 yards. And again, I'm a few yards behind my line. One thing you got to keep in mind though, you know, I'm not saying other casting reels can't cast lighter lures, but the ones that are made to cast lighter lures, you know, they're not made to fish heavy cover as well. To have a reel with a drag like this, oversized main gear, they can handle that heavy cover type of fishing and toss lighter lures. Pretty impressive, pretty impressive. And you got to think too, what it's coming in at, $169. So I want to try and get that 40-yard mark here with this 1/8 ounce. Let's drop it down to 7 here. We did it. That was probably 45 yards. I mean, it blew right past 40. 1/8 ounce weight. Well guys, to sum it up, that was pretty dang impressive. And don't get me wrong, man, I'm not saying other reels are garbage and this reel's the best. All I'm trying to point out here is for $169, you have a reel here that can handle the heavy cover. It can also handle the finesse. So like I said, if this is the type of reel you're looking for, look no further than the Hakai. Again, I'll have a link down below, Tackle Warehouse. Definitely check them out. What I want to do real fast before we close out the video is just kind of walk the camera down to my boards and kind of shoot it back here at the tripod so you guys can really get an idea of how far this is. Okay, so here's our mark right up here. And we were casting back here. So here's our 20-yard mark right here. 2x4, all right. Another quick shot there of the tripod. So 20 yards, blew by that. We didn't mark a 30. We were going straight to the 40. All right, 2x4. Give you guys a shot of where the tripod is. Okay, and if you guys know where I'm at, you know where I'm standing, or I was standing, and here's the fountain here. Okay, so anyways, there's our 40, and here's our 50. There's a 2x4 right there. And that's a pretty good ways to the tripod there. Well guys, that should wrap up the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash a thumbs up. I'll make sure I have the reel linked down below at Tackle Warehouse. Love you guys. See you guys on the next one.